So you guys who interact with me know that there are certain things that I'm very, very strict about. I'm very strict about the way I practice my herbal medicine. I'm very meticulous. I like to make sure that everything I'm doing is done in the best proper way. So I had an encounter with somebody. Now, this person is not somebody that has been following my page for a long time, probably a new follower, because the messages just started coming in newly, especially around the time I was talking about some unscrupulous herbalists that were doing a lot of terrible things on Instagram. So this lady started messaging me, and then she asked me for herbs for fertility. So as I often do, I did my due diligence and I started asking questions. So we're going back and forth. So I was asking for test results, because I really need to see test results to be able to know how best I can help the patient. Because like I said, I've said many times, this thing is a very complicated thing. There's no one size that fits all. So I now have to treat everybody as an individual, examine them, ask questions and all that. So as I was talking to the lady, we're going back and forth. She was giving me information in bits and pieces. So I started probing further, and then I started asking for results, test results. And it was when I asked for test results that I realized that this lady was already on fertility treatments. I don't know if she thought I would not know. With the level of training I have, if you're on any fertility treatment when you are coming to me, it will be obvious from your test results. So I now asked her, are you on any fertility treatments? That was when she now said yes. I now told her, I said, please, in future, no matter, even if I'm not the one, no matter who it is, if you're on any medication and you want to go and use anything herbal, you have to inform the person or the therapist. It is a must. Instead of telling me, oh, noted, thank you, she goes, I was not even going to use the herbs along with the fertility treatment. Are you kidding me? You were going to buy them. You had asked me. It was me that put a pause to it and started saying, no, run tests, do this. Let me tell you the danger of combining orthodox medicine with herbs. I'm not just talking about the general dangers that most people know, interactions and everything. I'm talking about in terms of female fertility. When they are giving you medication that are stimulating your ovaries, you must not take anything additional that would still put more stimulation on your ovaries. Why? Because it can cause problems. And sometimes it can be fatal, especially in cases of IVF. There are some herbs that you cannot give women during IVF. Because during IVF, their ovaries are already highly stimulated. If you give them herbs that are ovarian stimulators, the woman can develop OHSS, which is life-threatening. And the theory behind developing OHSS is not different from if the woman is on Clomid and Letrozole like this lady was on, and her ovaries, because this woman, her ovaries were showing hyper stimulation similar to what you will observe in an IVF cycle. I'm talking about, I can't remember precisely, but I think she said one ovary was producing 5 eggs, the other one was producing 7. A whole lot of eggs just from Letrozole and Clomid. So I knew, and I started asking her. It was then that she confessed, and I asked her, I said, don't do this again. That's how you will put me in trouble if I was not a meticulous person. So please, you cannot mix orthodox medicine with herbs, because there can be dangerous interactions that you might not even be aware of. And that's exactly what is happening with those quack herbalists and their victims. The quack herbalists do not know how to make herbal products to treat anything. So what they do is they get the herbs and they spike it with orthodox medicine, producing all manners of bad side effects. And imagine somebody doing that is not even trained in drug and herb interactions. You know, that the way drugs interact, they can interact with herbs, they can interact with beverages, they can interact with foods. You have to know all these things. So I said, this is not fair. We are talking about people who are spiking herbs with orthodox medicine, and you were about to make me offer you herbs while you were on orthodox medication. So that's why I thank God, like anytime somebody is doing something that is not quite okay, there is a sixth sense in my head that begins to ring, investigate, and I often find out. So please, if you want to take any herbs from anybody, tell them the medication you are on, so that we will not start hearing stories that do what? That touch. This is probably the 2000th time I am saying this. A word is enough for the wise. Oh.